Hey, it's Mike from Maker Moose. Here are my silly dad cards that I put together on Cricut. Now, I did create a new Cricut account just so that I had the free version. I do have the subscription, but I thought I'd show you guys how to do this without one. So I basically took a 8.5 by 11 rectangle, and then I kind of divided it up into my A2 squares. I was trying to just make an actual rectangle and then score that, but they kept wanting to do like a score all the way around or a cut all the way around, so I ended up just making lines to score and cut. And then I decided, no, I don't want top folding, I want side folding. I then made a smaller insert piece here, and you can just see me sizing that up, changed the color, did another score. The align tool is very, very important. So when you select things, you can align them center, vertically, so center being like right in the middle. So if you're doing two circles and you want them exactly centered, you would use center. But then you'll see me using align quite a bit with all of these. So even just choosing the dad word there, and then the square, and then just choosing align, and then moving up and down, just deciding where I want to have it. So these are all cuts, these ones here. So I've tried to keep that color as cut. The yellow square is just there for visibility, just so I can see better. Just added some contrast. And again, I'm just using shapes to make other shapes. So here I play with a little bit of math, just trying to figure out what the best distance is from one to the other, like dividing the width in half. And anyways, ended up not being perfect. I ended up just stretching it, so all good. And you can see me undoing. Sometimes I align things and forget, oh yeah, I haven't attached this yet, so it's made that. So there, just made a quick tie with four different triangles, two to cut out. So I'm using the slice tool to cut out, and then I usually use weld to combine. I don't know why there's so many options under weld now, or combine, sorry. I mostly use weld, but there is a subtract and a couple other options there too. And then I used either free fonts, or one of the fonts is a computer font. I'm on a Mac. I'm not sure if it's a universal font or if it's Mac specific, but I was just looking for something that looks easy to write. Single. I don't like when the Cricut kind of outlines a font. So I usually just make sure it just does a single pass, and then I adjust the kerning here, the distance, the letter spacing, I think they call it, and just because it looked a little too tight. Here I used a rounded corner square, and then I made two more rectangles, or squares actually, I think, just to get a couple sharp corners. So they alternate 90-degree corners on the top left, bottom right, and then rounded on the other ones. Easiest way to do this, because I kept trying to align top and left, and then bottom and right. It was easiest just to duplicate the shape and do two separate ones, and then weld them together. So it's just a lot of playing around. I'm really gonna try and use my Cricut a lot more this year, especially for sentiments. When you want to have a custom sentiment, rather than doing a stamp or writing it out by hand or whatever, that's a great use of a Cricut or a Silhouette or a Brother Scan and Cut. Only trick is you might need to find compatible pens. I do know that on, I think, a couple places like Amazon, but you can find them on Thingiverse. If you have a 3D printer, you can get custom pen holders made for your Cricut. You can get like a blank template where you do all the measurements, or you can just go in this for a Sharpie, say. But I end up buying a lot of Cricut stuff on sale from their website. I always go for mugs and hats, and if there's pens or markers on clearance for a couple bucks, I usually pick those up too. So here, I'm not sure what's going on. I did end up having some troubles with my Cricut. It was, I don't know what happened. It tried to do the same sheet twice, so it tried to do the inner liner twice. It was very odd. So it told me I had the wrong size mat. I ended up just powering it down because it was about to go over my my Hero Arts cardstock with black marker to write the inner sentiment. So I was like, no, that's not going to happen. And I do use, I think I used heavy cardstock here, and then add more pressure. This all worked well. This was fine, other than my mat might be losing a little bit of stick, and it did. It was a little not perfect cut at the bottom of the sentiment, and this is where it had an issue. I don't know what was going on. I ended up just powering it down. And then it did ruin a little bit of the sentiment there, the DER in reminder. I just cleaned that up with a X-Acto knife or a cutting tool. Mine's actually a Cricut True Control or whatever. Again, love their sales. So yeah, this I did two just because I thought one, I don't know, the Thai one is a very specific kind of Father's Day, but I thought the reminder one, just having a little photo frame there, that could be fun. That's where I cleaned that up with just some straight scissors because I didn't want to have to pull out my guillotine. And then this one here, I just clean up the DER. My cutting mat is actually on this desk here that I'm at right now. I loved that Cartabella plaid. I think it was called Plaid 3, but it was too big. I didn't get enough shape in it, so I pulled out that Pink and Main year-round plaids 6x6. And now here I paused from putting the inner liner in because I remember the last time I did something like that where I had an odd shape, it actually showed through the liner. So I put another piece of cardstock, just a scrap piece there, that will kind of smooth out that edge so you don't get that sharp, weird shape on the inside. And then again, it didn't cut the D, the middle of the D out. So I don't know what was going on. So I just played with that, I didn't get a great cut there. I ended up trimming it down a little bit more with scissors, but that's okay. Yeah, just like die cutting and stamping, there's little challenges all the time. Doesn't mean it's perfect ever, especially with, I had a brand new blade, but my mat maybe wasn't new enough, and I got some not great cuts. So yeah, just a simple, I'm going to actually make this available to people to make if they want. I'm just going to clean up some of the files, and I've never made a public file before. So here I'm just distressing a bit of that Sparkle Classic cardstock, craft stock, because I want a little bit of the craft to show through. And this I wanted just more of a rustic look. I went a little too rustic with the ink blending here, so I just went in with a detailer and cleaned it up a little bit. Yeah, it was fun making this. This is actually the second time I made this. I lost power yesterday while I was recording, and this time I was recording directly to my phone, so the image quality, I'm not sure it's the same. Usually I use my phone as a webcam and record directly on my computer, but then I have to save the file when I'm done recording. There you are. 2 silly Dad Day cards. Thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Don't forget, in my last video, there is a giveaway. All you have to do is like, subscribe, and leave a comment. And that goes until July 4th. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video.